Valentine's Day.
This is Gina from Haunted Flower, and this week I saw a screening for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a mishmash collaboration of shallow romantic comedy stories sewn together with a crazy puzzle of association with every beautiful Hollywood face you can imagine. The writers behind it also wrote The Prince and Me, He's Just Not That Into You, and Never Been Kissed. The director Gary Marshall also directed the Princess Diaries movies and Pretty Woman. There are too many cooks in the kitchen, people. I really wish I could explain how convoluted this was. It's really like Degrees of Kevin Bacon. A school teacher's student requests flowers from the teacher's best friend, who is a florist, who proposed to his girlfriend that day and also has to get flowers for the doctor who is dating the school teacher, whose gal pal is throwing an I Hate Valentine's Day party that no one wants to go to, and she's also an agent for a football player with big news that a news reporter wants to report, but he's stuck doing all this fluff for the network of Taylor and Taylor and This is a list of the guys and the girls. Look at this. These are all the associations. Practically everybody in this movie is associated with the little boy at some point. This is ridiculous. How can anyone keep this straight? There's so many stories, and they're so underdeveloped and shallow that it's really tough to get into any of them. Some of the storylines are cute. The real shining one for me was the one with Anne Hathaway and Topher Grace. Her character has this risque job that she's trying to hide from her new boyfriend of 2 weeks, and he's trying to figure out what to do with their new relationship on such a big holiday. They're actually really cute and funny, and they're having fun in this movie. I think the problem that a lot of the actors had was they took this movie way too seriously. Another nice surprise was the storyline with Bradley Cooper and Julia Roberts meeting on a plane. She is a captain in the Army, and she's flying 14 hours each way in order to spend one night with someone special that she hasn't seen in over a year. And he is incredibly warmed and touched by her story and is prompted to do something special for her. And that's a really sweet one. So those two stories are my favorite. Ashton Kutcher seems to emerge as a lead character since most of the other characters have to come into contact with him sooner or later as the florist. I enjoyed Kutcher's earnest energy and enthusiasm and being in love with Jessica Alba in the beginning of the movie, but after his storyline's climax, they continued to show him over and over again doing nothing. He was completely overexposed throughout the movie, as well as Jennifer Garner. I thought she had two really good scenes. One was confronting a man who deserved it, and the other was hitting a piñata. Those were excellent scenes. The rest of hers were just sappy and sad. Jessica Biel's character is pretty much unlikable. She's so crazy. I don't care how good her legs look. Guys would run the other way if they heard the stuff coming out of her mouth. There's also this little boy in the story who is supposed to be cute, but really only graduates to a level of annoying. There's two stories with young teenagers. One should have been axed completely because it doesn't make any sense. No one plans sex and then tells all the adults around them about it like it's a normal thing. The other involves Taylor and Taylor. They're cute and they're funny and they have these little moments, but they're just overutilized again. They show way too much of them. If their story had been cut down just a little bit more and used in small doses, it would have been a lot more effective for getting these little jokes in the movie. Because we all know Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner are in this movie because they're both hot right now. He's hot because of Twilight, she's hot because she's a country pop star, and she has music on the soundtrack. I really found it ironic how many actors had previous roles together in movies or shows like Ashton Kutcher and Topher Grace, and Anne Hathaway and Hector Elizondo, or Jennifer Garner and Bradley Cooper, and they never chose to let any of those actors have any scenes together in spite of all of this. Wouldn't it have been cute if there had been like a few little jokes here and there, like a few tongue-in-cheek references? I thought that the best joke in the movie was a Pretty Woman reference, and that was in the bloopers in the credits. That actually could have been used in the movie, and it would have been pretty darn funny. Final verdict is, don't waste your money on this. Wait to rent it for Anne Hathaway and a few moments from the others. Next review is for Wolfman. Arroo!
Check out our other movie reviews at hauntedflower.com, your place for fantastic apparel, action figures, and collectibles. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, fan our Facebook page, or add us as a friend on MySpace or Rotten Tomatoes. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screens.
Nothing you can do
can't be done. Nothing you can